Hello, thank you so much for logging on today. Now, I've been looking at the importance of value. As you journey with God and in your life, you want to improve things, you want to grow your finances. The question really always is, what are you bringing to the table? That is your value. Like I said before, if I say, oh, they said that business is a good business. So you bring the idea, it's great, but it's not enough. So what are you bringing to the table? That value is what we're talking about. So how can I increase my value? Now, one way to increase your value is to start from where you are in the vision and plan and desire that you have in your heart. So let's say you want to do business. Start a business and start to learn the in and out of doing business. Start to learn how to run a business, and then you have the experience of running a business. Now, don't start a business at millions of pounds. Start small with whatever you have. There are so many businesses you can start without a penny. So start one of those and see how you can grow it. Start a YouTube channel. Start a YouTube business, a social media business, and see what you can build from that. And then all of a sudden, you have value of experience. And then you meet someone tomorrow who needs someone who knows how to run a social media business or campaign, and then you're the person because you have that value that they can pay for. People pay for value. Of course, the most basic values that you have is you yourself. You're a valuable person because God made everyone valuable. So that's why we can all go to work and get paid for a job. But that's the lowest level of value that you can offer, to go get a basic job, which is great. It's a starting point. Get a basic job, you get paid for it. That's good. And then you can increase your value, get a master's degree. So education is another way. You increase your value, you get a master's degree or professional qualification, and guess what, you can apply for much better jobs, get some trainings, vocational trainings. You can get better trades jobs as well. But of course, through learning as well, you can learn business. So I said at the beginning, start the business, but also you can learn the business through buying books, listening to materials like this. You can increase your value. It's time for you to start to think outside the box. Another way to increase your value is to build networks, real, meaningful relationships. People pray, God, bring helpers. Listen, your helper is not necessarily a millionaire that's going to fund your project. It could be someone who's just committed to you and faithful. So many times when we ask for helpers, we're always thinking about someone who's so wealthy and big and all of that. Those wonderful things are great, but it's not necessarily that. So build meaningful connections. I remember when I was in a church, and in this church there was a lady. She wasn't very consistent in attending services, but she was one of the people who had brought the most new members into the church. So the church maybe had like 100 members. She had brought like 30 of those people, for example. Well, you had so many other people who every Sunday they were there, but they were not just bringing people. She had value. She had friends, and she was able to bring them in. You can also have connections with people, and those your networks of friends can be your value. So build meaningful relationships, not gossip mates, not TikTok mates, but meaningful relationships, because that can be your value as well. So these are some of the ways you can increase your value. These are some of the ways. And of course, you can volunteer. So rather than wait to get money to do a paid education or get a job to learn the work and get experience, you can volunteer and do it for free. For example, this is true of photographers. So if you want to start a photography business, you don't necessarily need to start doing it professionally from day one. You can start with your phone and start taking pictures. You can have a family or a friend who's doing an event, their baby's been dedicated, or a naming ceremony or an event family-wise, and you just offer to take them photos for free. Do all the editing, send it to them, post it on your own social media page, and say, hey, this is what I did today. You're increasing your value by doing that. Anyway, so these are some of the ways you can increase your value, and I hope this has been a blessing to you. But what I really want to drive at in this series I'm talking on value today is, don't focus on how much money you have or don't have. Focus on the value you have. Your value will attract the money required for it. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you.